Welcome back. Of course, it is Carnival right here in Antigua, Barbuda, and we have lots of things to talk about, but there's something else that's buzzing in the air that we all are excited over too. And I'm here joined with Mrs. Elisa Graham. She's the Public Relations Officer at the Antigua and Barbuda Electoral Commission. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Well, you have something grand to tell us this morning.
Yes.
Some big news to tell us this morning.
Yes.
No, she can't announce
I was
election
just about
date.
to say that.
She cannot do that. That's not her position.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Good morning, Antigua Barbuda. It is a pleasure to be here. First of all, let me say that, yes, the elections is constitutionally due in March 2023. And in light of that, we at the Antigua Barbuda Electoral Commission, we are committed to ensuring that you get all of the necessary information that you need to be prepared for that big day, whenever the big day is, as well as to put the necessary structures and plans in place and in motion to ensure that we are indeed ready. And one of the things that we'll be doing is, starting from today, we will be circulating the forms for the election day workers. Now, you would notice on the forms that there are no deadlines for submissions. That's because, again, we do not know when exactly that date will be. However, just to initiate the process early, because we know a lot of persons are excited. Every day, practically, we have calls. When are you guys going to send out forms? When are you guys going to send out forms? So today is finally the day. We are officially going to be sending out the forms. We know that there were some forms that were being circulated last week. Those are not the correct forms. The correct forms are officially launched today, shown today right here on ABS. So these are the forms that you're seeing on the screen. Later on, we'll be posting these forms on our website, www.abec.gov.ag. You will also get forms. You can also visit our headquarters at the Queen Elizabeth Highway for forms as well. So yes, the forms are officially here. And the positions that are being advertised are for the presiding officer and also for the poll clerks. Now, those two individuals are major persons in the whole electoral process. The presiding officer is the individual who is responsible for the respective polling stations. They are the ones who basically have control over the ballot box in the polling stations. Then you have the poll clerks. They are the data collectors. They're the ones who, when you come in and you announce, my name is Elisa Graham, I live in the constituency of St. John's Rural West, and they will look at your card, make sure, verify your name against the register. Those are those persons. Now, of course, later on, we will be able to talk about salaries and all that, because that's another thing that we're getting. So how much are we getting paid? But right now, all we're looking at is applications. So you can send in your applications. It is not, we get the question as to whether or not you have to be a registered voter. You don't necessarily have to be a registered voter to participate in the election workers process. However, it would be good to kind of familiarize yourself with certain operations, such as, you know, the Representation of the People Act, these information which is available on our website, www.abec.gov.ag. So the information regarding the information that you will need to actually put on the forms is actually right there for you. And there's also an email address that you can send the forms directly to. So starting today, you can initiate that process.
And the forms will be at every
we will be making plans, yes, we'll be making plans to ensure that if not every polling station, because we're not sure exactly what the polling station is going to be yet. However, every constituency registration unit, we will make sure that at least we get them out there, as well as make them available on our website, www.abec.gov.ag, and ensure that everybody get a chance to apply. We would have sent out the forms for the returning officers. Now, those are the individuals who are in charge of the entire process, overseeing the entire process in the respective constituencies. And we have gotten approximately 25 applications for those. The deadline for the submission for that position has already passed. So we already have those in-house, and very shortly we will start the selection process for that. Now, the returning officers, they'll be responsible for training the presiding officers and the poll clerks. Something else that I would like to mention is that not necessarily because you apply for a presiding officer position, that means that you are actually going to get that position. We do have some persons who would say that, okay, you know what, I've worked in elections before, so they think they're guaranteed. Now, we do have a training process, and that training process determines at the end whether or not, after you pass your assessment, if you can actually handle the position. And as much as possible, we want qualified professionals, persons who can handle pressure, because we know that election times, all sort of things happen. People start to sweat, people start to tremble, all sort of weird actions happen. So we want to make sure that everybody is solid, because at the end of the day, they'll be representing the Antigua-Barbuda Electoral Commission during that time.
And I love that. And then, as you said, you don't have to be a registered voter.
Yes, because we do have people from State College and so on applying. Like last election, I can tell you, we had a lot of students from the State College, and it was a great opportunity for them to actually get involved in the process. Afterwards, some persons actually went on to study things in elections and asked for information for their thesis, information for their final projects, and so on. So it was a great opportunity for them to understand what an election is. And at the end of the day, when persons would be like, oh, you know, what does the Electoral Commission do outside of the elections? They were able to respond to that because they were part of the process in terms of preparing for the overall exercise.
Well, Elisa, you covered everything. The forms are straightforward.
Yes.
And the forms will be out today, officially
yes,
today.
officially today.
Not whatever
officially
happened
today.
last week.
No, not
the
whatever
real
happened
deal
last
is
week.
today.
Yes, the real deal is today.
Okay, the real deal is today.
And of course, I know we're pressed for time. I'm just going to make this quickly. Persons who have cards outstanding, we encourage you again to collect your cards early. Currently, we have approximately 1,700 cards that are out. Of course, that number is slowly going down because we know that persons are coming in to collect their cards, but that's basically the overall figure as of the end of June. And for returning nationals, we know there are a lot of persons coming back for Carnival. We know there are a lot of persons coming back during the summer, visiting their family and so on. Now is the opportunity, if you have not yet registered and you've attained the age of 18 years and you're older, get registered. You have to be residing within your constituency for at least 1 month in order to qualify for returning nationals.
Hey. Registration is ongoing.
Registration is
Go
ongoing.
register now, because man,
Yes.
you guys are so busy, so we're getting close. You know how it is. All right? So the forms are there, the forms are available. Go online, you get the form, you go to wherever you're supposed to go and collect the forms once you want to be a part of the process.
Yes.
And you don't have to be a registered voter.
No, you don't have to be a registered voter.
Get involved. Young people, get involved.
Yes.
Start the process now.
Yes.
Start it now. Elisa, thank you.
Thank you so much for
Always
having me.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
All right. Stay with us, folks. It's Carnival time, and as I said, I saw someone here. Didn't know he was here, but it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. After this, when we get back.